The wet and windy weather of Storm Amy has now cleared away. The outlook for the rest of the week is looking much more settled. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain. Yeah, many northern areas of the UK had exceptionally strong winds. That's why we name a wind warning, a name a storm. So Amy was the most popular girl's name that was given by the public to the Met Office to be chosen as a name. Okay. Later on, Dave, which was named by a woman's husband because
famous scientist.
No, this year is just publicly named with affection for loved ones and sometimes even dogs. But yes, Storm Amy affected northern areas of the UK. Here's Eddie.
Morning, Ed.
Amy has now cleared away, but these are some of the scenes. Pressure. The pressure reached 947 millibars. That's the lowest pressure we've ever seen in the UK in October. And wind gusts peaked at 96 miles an hour at Tyree, Northern Ireland, 92. That is, again, provisionally an all-time record. So record-breaking stats showing how widespread and how terrible the weather was. And there are still 12,000 homes without power across the northwest of Scotland, and there's still the risk of travel disruption. The majority of the train lines are over, but from Glasgow, there's a few trains that aren't running, and across Wick as well. So the advice is check before you travel. The helicopter we're going up later on today to assess the lines, and thankfully, the weather's looking more settled. Storm Amy is now clearing away towards the north of Germany, Scandinavia, and for us, high pressure is trying its hardest to build. Some weather fronts make a little progress. As this one slips south tomorrow, a cold front will notice a big drop in temperature. But for today, it is largely fine and dry for many, and you'll notice how mild it is when that sunshine comes through. So first thing this morning, this is our latest satellite and radar image. Some patchy rain through eastern areas. Sunny spells will greet many of us once the sun rises, and it's England and Wales with the best of the blue skies. Cloudy skies for Scotland and northern England. Low enough to sit across the hills, so a misty, murky start to the day here. And as we head through, just a weak weather front bringing some patchy rain to the northwest of Scotland, but keeping this southwesterly feed of air means our temperatures are way above average. 20 across the northeast of Scotland, 20, maybe 21 degrees across the south and east. But then here comes the change, because this weather front in the north slips its way southwards tomorrow. A big drop in temperatures across northern areas. The south stays mild, but the outlook is settled but cooler. Good morning to you. After a wet and windy weekend weather, especially in the north from Storm Amy, that's now cleared away to North Germany, and in its wake we have high pressure building, and that means things turning more settled. A weak weather front in the north moves through over the next 24 hours. It's a cold front, so behind it things turn cooler, but the outlook is increasingly settled. A much calmer week ahead with no storms in the forecast. But here's how it looks for today. Largely fine and dry, and certainly feeling mild. That's the last of the mild days as it turns cooler from tomorrow onwards. More on that in just a moment. Here's how it looks right now. A lot of cloud around for eastern areas. A weak weather front here bringing some patchy rain and drizzle, some clear skies around, but it's not too cold first thing. Best of any brightness will be through England and Wales this morning, Scotland and Northern Ireland and Northern England. A little bit cloudier, that cloud sitting across the hills, so extensive mist and hill fog here. And a weak weather front moving into the northwest of Scotland, so turning breezy here. Obviously nothing compared to the wet and windy weather we had over the weekend, but 20 degrees across eastern areas of Scotland and 20 or 21 in the southeast with this mild flow moving in. But things change as we head through the week with regards to our temperatures anyway. So first of all, let's look at Scotland, Northern Ireland, northern areas of England, and our temperatures compared to where they should be for the time of year. We're sitting around about average, but it turns cooler as we head through the end of the week. Percentage chance of rainfall. Well, today, tomorrow, we've got some patchy rain around, but from then onwards, as that cold front moves through, the high pressure builds, and the outlook is largely fine and settled with sunshine into the weekend. Fortunes further south for England and Wales as we head through the next 7 days. Again, looking at our temperatures compared to where they should be for the time of year. And we are way above average today. A big drop tomorrow when our weather front comes through, but sitting around about average. And then percentage chance of rainfall, similar to our fortunes across the north. A little unsettled potentially for the start of the week, but from there after the high pressure does its job, fine, dry and settled.